Hello, my name is Marty Embry, and this is From the Court to the Kitchen. This is my first series of videos that I'll be posting on Facebook and on MySpace and also on YouTube. Today I'm going to prepare something that's really simple. A lot of spices, a lot of flavor, and when you talk about food you want to always have those big flavors. So I'm going to do a simple pork neck bone, and the flavors that I'm going to infuse them is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I'm also going to have a basmati rice, probably with a hint of saffron in it, and saffron, as you all know, is one of the most expensive ingredients that they have that's out there on the market right now. But it adds a lot of flavor and that gorgeous yellowish color to it. And then I'm going to finish this whole piece off by having some green beans and some smoked turkey. You're going to use your sea salt, paprika, thyme, chili powder, granulated garlic, onion powder, and ground black pepper. Now once you've actually seasoned your neck bones, then you're going to put the meat side down and let them get a nice brown sear going on. Sealing all of that good flavor. Now I've also pre-seasoned my pan with a few different spices as well, including olive oil, rosemary, salt and pepper, and some more roasted garlic. Now it's time to flip your neck bones, and they are done perfectly. The thing about meat is that when you are trying to brown them, if it's thickened, it's not quite ready for you to turn it over. But all of these little puppies right here are nice and ready to be turned. And the smell again in this kitchen is incredible. I love the way food smells and the way the kitchen smells while you're cooking. Let that bottom brown for a few moments, and then we're going to transfer it to another pan, cover it, and then let it cook for about an hour and 10 minutes. Now we're going to transfer the pan, or transfer the meat to a different pan, put it in a preheated 385-degree oven, and then we are good to go for the rest of the meal. A lot of times, folks will actually put vegetables and things like that in their meat once they put it in the oven, but in this particular case, because I'm going to do some special things with that gravy, with that sauce, I'm going to deglaze the pan with some different types of wine and butter and rosemary, and then that is where that flavor is going to just start popping. Now I'm going to start deglazing my pan with some nice wine, and you can use whatever wine you want to. I'm kind of cautious of mixing wines because I kind of like the flavor. Although I'm not a drinker, I don't drink wine at all. I like the flavor that you get with a couple of different wines that I use. So what we do is pour it and get all those nice flavors that are stuck to the bottom. And then I'm going to let that reduce down and then start building up my gravy. Now with this, I'm going to add me some butter and then just a couple of tablespoons of flour. And from that point, I'm going to add water and the rosemary and then just sit back and let it do its thing. Now at this particular stage, I am going to add some chopped some chopped onion. I'm going to strain all of this before I finish up, and then again I may not. I never know. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. That'll give it that nice, smooth, silky look. And let that work for a little while, and then add my flour and my water, and then turn it down and let it simmer. Okay, so now we have our pork neck bones that are in the oven getting a nice tan. We also have our nice rosemary gravy that's completed. And now we're going to start working on our green beans that I'm going to flavor up with some different stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. And also with that good smoked turkey. Now, what I like to do first is to cut that skin off. Now, I don't want you to discard the skin because you can throw that back in the pot and it's still going to give that that particular item a nice little amount of smoky flavor. So you want to get as much of that meat off as you can, and like I said, this is the time that you want to have a nice knife that you can pretty much slice through everything that you're trying to slice through. And once you get all of your meat separated, then you're going to cut it into small bite-sized pieces. Now, there's a method that we're taught. It's called a claw, where you tuck your fingers in so you won't cut them. Your here you cut, your neck, it's details 11. The tip of your finger's gone. So you want to make sure you tuck your fingers back while you're slicing through whatever you decide to cut.
And I know that.
Okay, the meal is nearly complete now. You're looking at the green beans with the nice smoked turkey, and I found a red pepper in the refrigerator and decided to throw that in there as well. And also with the gravy, which is nearly completed, all those flavors are just slowly becoming infused. You got the rosemary and garlic. And what you can actually do is you can actually strain the gravy if you want to, or not. It doesn't matter. I like them both ways. I think I'm a little more partial to having all of the flavors in that gravy just because I like to see it and I like to feel it, I like to taste it. And the final thing that we're going to do is that basmati rice and have that infused with that nice saffron. Okay, the rice is in the rice cooker, which if you guys can ever get one of those rice cookers, I would highly recommend it. It takes a lot of stress away from preparing rice, and rice is really not one of my strong points. And then the green beans are down, you got the gravy that's down, the meat is in the oven, and it's going to be nice and tender. Everything is slowly coming together. This stuff is so cool. This is why I do what I do, because I'm actually having a ball in here. And as you guys see in the background, the little mister is just sitting there just waiting for me to drop a morsel of anything. Let it go.
And I know that. And I know that.
Now the gravy, I'm going to add just a little bit more water to it, because now I'm going to transfer the meat into the gravy, and that will all thicken up nice and pretty. And as you can see, it's all nice and golden brown and nice and seared. Now this is going to produce a very flavorful gravy. I'm going to turn the heat up and let it come to a boil, and then immediately turn the heat back down to a simmer until everything comes together and is done. You have a completed dish now. You have the smoked turkey with the green beans and the red pepper. You have that saffron infused rice that gives off a gorgeous yellowish tint, and then you have the star of the show, which is that nice pork neck bone that took a nice long bath in that nicely infused rosemary gravy. I mean, this I wish you guys can smell the kitchen. The kitchen smells absolutely delicious. The meal was quite simple to make, as you saw, with limited ingredients, with a whole lot of flavor. And you're going to always hear folks say in the kitchen that you want big flavors. Well, in this dish, that's exactly what you're getting. Big flavors. Now, you all know that that's a slam dunk.